Sue has got an absolutely incredible ASEA story. I think she brought many people to tears when she shared it on stage down at the Gold Coast earlier this year. And it's really incredible. And I was talking to her today, and I could notice even more improvement in Sue today just from talking to her. I haven't spoken to her on a video call for a while, and I could really notice a huge difference. So Sue is really committed to sharing ASEA as a Director 700 with ASEA, and also completed a fast forward challenge over the weekend. So way to go, Sue. So Sue, without obviously mentioning medical terms, please, I'd love for you to share with us all what your life was like before ASEA, when you started ASEA, and just the incredible changes that you have experienced. So welcome, Sue, and over to you.
Thanks, Nicole. Hi, everyone. Wow. Okay, my story started prior to September 2019. I had been sick for 18 years with throat and voice issues, plus lots of scarring in that area. I'd exhausted all avenues, both natural and conventional, and I'd had to rewrite my will and have really, really hard conversations with my kids. I was very, very close to dying at that point. I'll be forever grateful to Kerry Ann, who walked through my door that day and spoke about the molecules changing her skin. She then said, jump on a call with Jeanette McDonald, which then we did a three-way with Janine as well. I couldn't talk very well at the time, so we ended up flipping it over to text so I could get the information quickly. I asked, how quick can they get the product to me, because of the short time frame I had left. So before ASEA, there's a long list. My throat was the size of a small popper straw. So normally it's about the size of a 20-cent piece. Mine was a couple of mil. I was barely able to breathe or talk. I wasn't sleeping more than 5 to 20 minutes because I was waking up choking. I was only able to get from the bed to the couch. I couldn't walk any further due to being totally exhausted. With the lack of oxygen, my legs would also collapse from underneath me. I couldn't eat. I was surviving on medical poppers, and I became malnutritioned. Burning in my throat every 10 minutes, and my brain was shutting down. I spent many hours staring at a wall. The blood oxygen levels were dropping, close to almost critical. My heart rate was rising. I was 161 if I was attempting to have a shower. The stress and anxiety dealing with the medical system that was broken was huge. Had fungal infections, split veins in the hands from cannulas, sores on the head, and my hair was starting to fall out, irritating coughs every minute or so. I also had a 30-year condition of an underactive thyroid, and I'd done everything naturally and now medically as well for that as well. So on the 4th of October, I started ASEA, and I was one of those lucky ones that got results pretty quickly. I started on 4 to 5 doses a day and putting the Renew on 2 to 4 times a day as well. So within 4 days, I started sleeping better. My breathing started to ease up. There was no more burning in my esophagus at night and slightly more energy. Within 20 days, my hairdresser was commenting that my hair was in amazing condition, no split ends and sores on my scalp anymore. And my physio and yoga teacher commented on my breathing was getting easier. and I was able to complete a gentle yoga class. My heart rate had also dropped to 88 in that time. 26 days in, my speech pathologist commented about the cough almost had disappeared and I was swallowing a lot better. Within a month, I was able to walk 2 flights of stairs and dance 1 round of a community dance, which was great. I could get in and out of my house all of a sudden on my own. 1.5 months, I was able to do most of my housework again. 3 months, I was eating 3 meals a day, and the inflammation in my throat had reduced. My right vocal cords were soft and pliable and starting to work again. I could make the E sound. Now that's really important when the specialists are looking at your throat, because the E sound is the one that makes the vocal cords open a long way, or as far as they can. I hadn't been able to do that in years, so that was really important to me. My specialist was amazed and said, for the first time for a long time, you've got a healthy, balanced throat, meaning that my voice, my swallowing and my breathing were all in balance. 5 months in, my thyroid had no longer needed medication or herbs, and my GP had taken me off all of those because my bloods had turned around there. Now, my life afterwards, wow, total different change. I'm walking 4 kilometres most days on flat ground. I'm able to do 1 kilometre per week on steep hills now. I can do all the housework, including vacuuming and mopping. And I know most people don't get excited about housework, but hey, when you can't do it, it's good to be able to do it. I'm studying, I'm sharing these amazing molecules, and my throat has now opened to roughly 10 mil wide by 15 mil long, still opening up, and the scar tissue is still receding. My specialists are amazed. I'm still improving, and my family are very pleased. I'll be forever grateful to Kerry Ann, Jen and Jeanette, and the beautiful team and amazing company that we belong to. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue, for sharing your amazing story. Yeah, it's incredible. Super amazing. And one thing I didn't know about Sue, and this is really interesting because we're all here on our team call, is that Kerry Ann was actually a preferred customer. She wasn't even a wholesale member, wasn't even an associate when she introduced you. So I think that's just, testament to the power of what these products do for people, that they
absolutely
people. So thank you so much, Sue, for sharing. It was great to hear your story again, and I'm so thrilled to hear how much improvement that you've had. Like, I think I saw you at the end of February was the last time.
Yes, yeah.
I saw you. I can notice definitely.
Like I'm still improving every day, and it's amazing what I can do now.
Yeah.
It's what I did for years. Because I hadn't worked in 10 years. Because I wasn't able to.
Yeah.
To be able to share these molecules alone is amazing.
Yeah, incredible. I'm sure you're going to go out and change a lot of people's lives with sharing them too. Like, sharing your incredible story, because it's so amazing. All right, well, that's like the end of our testimonial part of the call, and we're going to move on to hear now from brand new platinums, Julie McDonald and Sascha Demidov, who just completed they're also the fast forward champions of our team and probably the world's. They've just completed 5 back-to-back fast forwards in 10 weeks. So super incredible. But they're going to actually share with us, like I've been, knowing Julie and Sascha for about 5 years now. And they're going to share with us how they have gone along the journey of becoming to get to this point. And they've really had a huge breakthrough around their mindset. I've been watching them. I've been watching it starting to like really, really break through the last few months and things happening for them. And now it just went, their whole ASEA business exploded and they went platinum, and they've had amazing things happening in their team and helping lots of people. And it's just amazing. So over to you guys, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Well, where do we start? I guess let's start at the beginning quickly. We have been involved with network marketing companies before. I was a little bit successful with one, but we'd had some previous bad experiences with it, whether it was with the people or the product or the corporate, and we swore we'd never do it again. But then when we discovered ASEA, and it helped us with some, for me, some pretty chronic issues, and for Sascha, fairly chronic, and particularly Sascha's mum, we made the decision to go and meet the founders, Tyler Norton and Vertus Norton, and understand who they were and what the morals of the company and the ethics were. So when we came back and decided to share them, we were then paralyzed by fear that it was network marketing. But we really were passionate about how this can help people. So we did a lot of personal development. We first started out with a training program, Clay Stevens, with RI training, which is residual income training. And that worked on our personal effectiveness when we speak to people. And instead of saying, here's our goo, you need it, being interested in people and finding out what their passions were, what their reasons for wanting to use this were, and definitely coming from a different space. I don't want to do all the talking.
No, you're right.
Okay. And so then we've always looked for things on how we can improve. My hypnotherapist spoke at the Australian conference. We went and saw him quite a few times. We were open to having a look at how we can improve ourselves, to grow ourselves and others, and to be the best people that we could be. But we still were stuck. We were top enrollers in the world, within the top 5 for the last couple of years in a row, but couldn't find the business builders. And it was because our own lack of belief in the business and fear, a little bit of fear, what will people say? So then once we worked through that, what will people say? We then looked for the next thing, what was going to help grow us even further. And then I'm going to pass it on to Sascha, because he is a guru at this.
So it basically all kicked off for us around convention in Dallas when Christina Williams hopped up on stage, and she was done within 9 months. And it's been 3 years for us, and we've probably enrolled more people in the world than what other people have. And I sort of turned around to Julie and I said, you know what? If we keep doing the same things day in, day out, we're going to get the same results. So something's going to change. And we worked out that was our blocks over the business, But then we realised, we spoke to Christina when we came back to Brisbane, and she sort of said something that really hit home, and that was, without the business, we would have no ASEA. And without ASEA, we would have no business. So they're tied together. So it's something that you have to, you have to focus on. They're both, you've got to focus on the business as well as the product. And because there's people out there that need it financially, and there's people out there that need it physically. So we went on the personal development thing. We'd always done it, but we'd never really gone into, the business side of things. So we then started on Clay Stevens training, and then it went to Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, your thoughts create reality. But there just seemed to always be something missing. And it was about 6 months ago that I saw something on YouTube, a guy named Kevin Trudeau, and he talked about feeling. You got to feel like it's already in your life. And then after about 3 months of doing that, it was like, yeah, we got some results with that. And then probably beginning of the year, we found a lady by the name of Lynn Grabhorn, who wrote a book called Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. And it's about feeling like things are actually in your life already. And it's all about the law of attraction. Now, you have to have that belief and feeling that something's in your life before it can actually manifest into your life. And when we started doing this, all of a sudden we had a lady, I think she's on the call, Teddy's on the call, from America, who had been an associate for three and a half years, I think 3 years. And we met her in Dallas. Next thing you know, she's come and said, I want to start sharing. And then it was like, oh, great, it's amazing. And then over the past 3 or 4 months, we've had people that have come in that have been in the bit, like have been in the CF for a couple of years come in. We've met other people who, I've just met through random posts on Facebook that we've actually become really good friends with and built a relationship with. People that I've connected with LinkedIn 2 years ago, all of a sudden have an issue and I've reached out to them. So we just started feeling like these people are already in our lives. And it's something that you can do for yourself where once this call's finished, just go away and think of what you really want. And then just close your eyes and just talk about it like it's already in your life, how it makes you feel. You know, like I'm actually buzzing now just with that feeling there. And just think what it feels like to be all in your life, the smells, what it feels like to go out and buy whatever you want, whenever you want. You just say you've got a friend who needs a loan, but you know they need it, but you can't help them. But you can just go, hey, here's however much. Don't worry about paying me back right now. I just want to see you happy and well. So just go away after this and just do that little test, a little example, and just see how you're feeling. Because at the end of the day, we all need to feel good. That's our main goal, is to feel good. And if you're thinking about something that doesn't make you feel good, it's a negative thought. So you need to start thinking positively, start thinking that what you want is already in your life and building your vibration so you can start manifesting that into your life. And, Napoleon Hill said something. He said, when you do this properly and things start coming to your life, they'll come so quick, that'll scare you. And the things that have happened in our lives in the last couple of months is just like, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
So, you've really just got to stop thinking about what's not going to happen, what you don't want. You've got to start focusing on what you want and start focusing that what you want is already in your life and feel it, taste it, smell it, hear it. Don't try to fix things.
Yeah.
It's all tied. If you've got a friend who's got a problem, don't be the fixer, because that's putting it out there that there's something wrong and something's broken. Start going, everything's going to be okay. Everything's fine. And when you start thinking in that realm, just because you're not thinking about your business, but you're thinking about someone and thinking that they're well, it's manifesting everything that resonates on that same vibration and frequency to you, whether it be in your business or any other part of your life. And you'll find everything starts coming together. So that's basically all it is. Just believing.
And, like Sascha said, it's when it starts happening, you can't stop it, and it makes you laugh. But today I went and had coffee with a lady who I'd met a couple of months before. She lived in Melbourne. She came back up here for a daughter so she could stay up here with all this craziness going on. And I was fully prepared to prospect her for a seer, and she prospected me for something else. And she'd only just got into it. So I helped coach her with some things. And I said to her, you know what, congratulations for prospecting me, because I've only ever been prospected twice for network marketing businesses. And that's brave, right? To meet someone and some people have a bit of a thing like, oh, I won't ask Julie because, she might be scary, or she's Olympic swimmer, like what's she going to think of me? But yeah, so we just can't stop it, but it's exciting, and it's easy to buzz now to just think about, like you might be driving. One of my favorite things is you might be driving along and see your favorite car come pulling up beside you. When you see that the car of your dreams coming up beside you, do you get excited or do you get envious of that person because they've got that car and you're driving whatever car you've got? So most people are envious, right? Or like, oh, you know, oh, those rich people, or whatever that story is for you. So I'm driving the other day, and I've sort of, my favorite thing at the moment is an Audi, you know, SUV, but it wasn't that particular car, but an Audi came up beside me, and I was listening to Lynn, and it just so happened to be about the bit about the car. And I was like, oh, it's an Audi. And just, my whole body just starts getting goosebumps, and buzzing is what she calls it. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be so fantastic. Imagine I'm going to look so flash in this car. I was just engaging in it and enjoying it. And I sort of said to that person, that's so exciting. You've got that car of your dreams, or, you know, as they drove past. And then I thought, let me try it on something else. And, you know, BMW drove in front of me, and I tried to buzz on that, and I was like, no, that's not it. And then a Mercedes drove in front of me, and I went, no, it's the Audi. So I got excited, you know. So it's fun to do because it makes you feel good. And, you know, we always have heard people say, when I get the new car, I'll be happy. When I get the most amazing person in my life, I'll be happy. We have to find the little things that make us happy every day and appreciate things. So it might be appreciate a new flower that you've got in your garden, or you can start on little things and then work your way up.
Yeah.
I think it's also a matter of looking for those little things that happen, those little things that, you know, you might miss. I think for me, it was just before Christmas last year. We're going to Town Hall for a degustation dinner. Of course, you know, most people know me. They know I don't really like wearing suits. I'm just pretty daggy. So, of course, I put on my dress shoes, and as I was putting them on, it's a real pain to put on. So I said to Julie, I really wish I had a shoehorn so I can get these on better, or easier. So we went to the dinner, and, of course, it's just before Christmas. They had the bonbons in front of everyone, and I opened my bonbon last, and in that bonbon was a shoehorn. And it was just after we started listening to Kevin Trudeau. And I was like, that's nuts. And it made me realise there really is something to that.
It's nuts there was something useful in a bonbon.
I know, right?
Oh, he still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we laugh about it, how we can manifest things now. And, you know, it's worth getting the book. It was on Audible, but unfortunately Audible have taken it off. I think they've got word that how good it is, and someone's taken it off.
No.
Hasn't got it.
Yeah, so I think this is a really great lesson. You know, listen to what these guys are saying, because it is always like, if you're struggling, you're not attracting the people, it always comes back to you. And, you know, you've done the work on yourselves, and then like everything is flowing, and you've got that attraction coming to you. It's interesting because I'm coaching a few leaders doing weekly calls, a few leaders in the team at the moment, including you guys. And I was saying to one of them, I was like, oh, you know, it's all your mindset's going to be your biggest block. Like, you know, your beliefs, your subconscious beliefs, how you feel about yourself, your blocks that you have. And this person, they shared with me today in the session, they're like, when you said that at the start, I thought, no, I've done all the work on that. And they're like, oh yeah, no, that's come up and like right in my face straight away, that's where I'm stuck, right? So I think that, yeah, I've really seen you have a huge breakthrough around that in the last few months. So great commitment to yourself. And you kind of had, I saw you kind of had the breakthrough before it really started to explode in terms of what happened in your ASEA business.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just being open to receive.
Yep.
You know, a lot of us think we don't deserve good things. We don't deserve things, you know, abundance coming to us, but you just got to put that all aside and just be open to receive, because, you know, what you put out, you get back. So if you're thinking the bad things, that's what you get back.
Yeah.
So just keep thinking the good things. Keep wishing well for people. Don't try to fix people. Don't try to fix yourself. You're not broken. You are who you are. And just believe and create your own life. That's what it's all about.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing